What weight?
215, 220-ish.
Yeah.
That's where I usually hover. I feel like 215,
right.
220.
How do you feel, man? That's a lot of weight to drop.
I feel lighter.
Yeah.
I feel lighter for sure, And I feel like that definitely helps out, like, my rolls. I have a little bit more of a gas tank. I feel like I can move around a little easier. I feel like I can do things that I wasn't able to do with a belly in the way like that, like a big belly in the way.
Is that that noticeable?
I feel like it is. Yeah. Because I feel like I'm pretty agile to begin with. Like I have some agility where I can bend and twist a little bit more than others.
Even when you were that, I guess you could say big.
Yeah.
You're already moving like a smaller guy. Like you were pretty agile, Yeah, and I feel like,
only
imagine now.
Yeah, being lighter definitely has helped that, I'm definitely trying to work on those like fancy inversion moves or whatever,
You mean like barambolas and stuff like that?
No, like just getting under people, and I feel like it's easier now that I can like bend a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, without a huge belly in the way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but what are the advantage of being like a bigger guy, or would you say that's more of a hindrance, from the weight that you were at compared to what you are now? Like, do you think, because from what I noticed with me, because I did get up to 40 pounds, whatever I am now, and that's big for me because, I'm a
that's
shorter
a lot
guy.
Of weight,
yeah, that's a lot of weight. But I noticed I was a lot stronger, right? Because of all the fat and muscle too put together. So that's what I kind of miss, and especially when I bench press and stuff. You kind of you're like, oh, I got a little weaker. But then you could really see the strength match up. But again, yes, you are lighter on your feet. For sure, I agree with that.
Definitely, and I definitely feel like it's harder to maintain that pressure. I feel like maybe if you're a little bit lighter. But dude, I came into jiu-jitsu as like someone who's strength trained regularly,
Oh, yeah?
My first class, like I was benching 335, pulling some serious numbers. Mm-hmm. And I'm getting tossed around by people half my size. So I feel like I try to step away from that, But for my first year, it was still just brutishness, strength, But I feel like that definitely changed after a while of just constantly getting hurt, Yeah. So I feel like I try to develop a game where it's like, get under, attack legs or whatever it is, So losing this weight, I feel like wasn't too much of a hindrance because it's already like the kind of game I'm trying to develop or trying to get to. You know what I'm saying?
What game would that be? Could you be more descriptive?
Just get under, getting under people, you know, trying to utilize butterfly or like shin guard to get to like a single leg X or whatever, what have you, A lot of those paths. Again, I'm still a blue belt, so I'm still trying to develop a game. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I feel comfortable in.
Yeah, for sure. I talked a lot about that. I've had obviously, a lot of jiu-jitsu practitioners in here, and everyone has their own game. Yeah, obviously. And some people, they put the pressure on. Some people, smaller guys like me, I move around. But then, you know what I noticed? Like, even though I'm a smaller guy, I'm probably at 145, 140 right now. 140, I would say more. I used to move around a lot, right? Like I used to go from one side to another. Yeah. I'd be so agile. I still am, I would say. But then now, like as I get on like the upper echelons of things, I'm like closing the lid. I'm tightening the lid. So I'm not moving as much as I used to, but I'm just sticking the pressure on, trying not to give too much space, if that makes any sense.
For sure,
You see what I'm saying? So that you don't give them space to like shrimp out or get out. Pretty basic stuff, but it's funny you don't learn that till like the later belts, at least for me.
Yeah, I'm still trying to learn how to keep that top pressure for sure,
Yeah.
And for the longest time, even still, I will get to mount and I'm like, all right, where should I go from here? What could I attack from here? Just feel a little more comfortable on my back, I guess. Maybe because I'm lazy too. I'm a little lazy,
We all have it, man.
My dirty guard puller, so like you come to me a little,
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do that for sure. I'll just kind of play the defense game. Mm-hmm. But then weirdly enough, my laziness actually helped my game out. What I noticed is because, okay, so you let him pass your guard, right? At the times that you don't want to play the guard, you let him pass it, and then you'll get in bad spots. But in those bad spots, it's almost like you're making excuses in your head. It's like, oh yeah, I wanted to work from here anyway.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's developed my game as shitty as that sounds.
No, it makes sense.
As lazy as that sounds.
Yeah.
They have my back. I'm way better at back defending. That's actually, this isn't a gloat or anything, but that's actually all the compliments that I get. It's like,
your
dude,
back escapes.
Like, your back. Well, yeah, the back escapes, and they just say like, dude, you're so good at defending the back. Probably because I get my back taken all the time. Right?
Yeah. I feel like my mount escapes are pretty okay, you know, and that's from being mounted 10,000 times, you know.
Yeah.
Try to develop that D path from there. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we all go through it, right?
Yeah.
So